Alrighty, this is again a coach stalking at Ovid Family Community Library, and they're stalking y'all. You're seeing the U.S. military stalking to the light activity. Here's my shadow over here. Here's my shadow back here. And here's my shadow up here. These are demons. And taking time out of their trip, their coach, to engage in criminal monitoring. This is the international surveillance that the United States military is engaging in. All right, they're coming in gang stalking everybody on this bus. This is Provost. I'm going to prosecute the ones that's hosting this trip. They're engaging in criminal activity license Edward Paul 15594. They're doing so with the U.S. military. And they're engaging in what is molesting me with impossible light. Just like Leo is, it's the same pattern of conduct. This is impossible light on the bus. This is impossible light. These are all demons monitoring. And this is, again, the entity that's engaging in that gang stalking, pacing, parking at the library, the Ovid Library, and using this as a means of pacing with the U.S. military that is gang stalking. I'm going to prosecute them. They're going to pay me for this. And this is the entity that's monitoring the demons that are operating the coach, driving the bus, and they just decided to engage in using their trip as a means of the P.O.C. All right, this is P.O.C. It is currently, excuse me.
Do you have a car?
What are you?
SEIU
2026. I'm going to prosecute them. That's P.O.C. She's monitoring. All right, the entity is engaging in this with the U.S. military that you just saw hovering right here. That is Prevost, EP 15594. I'm going to prosecute them. That's pattern of conduct. The entity's engaging in this with the, they're molesting me with impossible light. That's a psychopath while they're engaging in what is molesting me with light. And then you turn around and this is a scion. And the entity is engaging, I'm getting my luggage and I'm walking to the coach. They've been engaged in prolonged surveillance. They've been sitting over here for over 30 minutes. And the entity is now engaging in what is loading as I come over here and start capturing video where you saw the U.S. military hovering. 6 Frank Wendy 575. Co-conspirators of murder, sex offenders molesting with impossible light, Ovid Family Community Library, gang stalking with the U.S. military. That's P.O.C. This is the entity that's engaging in that psychopathic behavior. That's a pattern of conduct. Okay? Can't afford a decent vehicle, but is monitoring my vagina. You see this piece of crap? That's the pattern of conduct, though. These are bums. That's the pattern of conduct, P.O.C. It is currently 12:18 a.m. This is the entity that is obsessed with me. Their obsession is because they are demon possessed. All right, the entity has an organized trip underway. They came into town to engage in gang stalking the targeted individual that they know is present in the USA in Ontario, California. I'm going to prosecute Prevost. I'm going to prosecute them. SEIU 2026 used to gang stalk me. Pattern of conduct. License plate 8ZQD 559. Stalking. Okay, there's no planes from the airport that are hovering here. They're clearly stalking, and I'm going to prosecute them for that. That they've been engaged in federal stalking, monitoring me while I've been over here. This is where the entity stalked my helicopter. There's no mystery here. You're looking at all the ways in which the entity is engaged in what is international surveillance in the United States. This is the prosecution for treason. P.O.C.